Your chance to be heard on Radio Irish. America's only Irish station, Radio Irish. That's what you're listening to. And welcome along, Sean McCarthy here, as we introduce a new feature here on Radio Irish we're calling Letters to the Editor.
Letters to the Editor.
Like the olden days. Do you remember years ago you'd write a letter into your local newspaper to make a comment? Well, we're doing the same thing here. We're asking you a question on our Facebook wall and we're broadcasting your answers.
Letters to the Editor.
Simple enough. And do keep your answers as clean as possible, please. I'm not going to sit here week in, week out, vocalizing your slurs. Okay? So if you've anything nasty to say about anyone else, but sure, you can do that yourself. We asked you a simple question on our Facebook wall this past week, and we're broadcasting your answers now. And the question was, what's your favourite landmark in Ireland, and why? Simple enough. Sean O'Neill here in New York says, Old Ground. Straight to the point there, Sean. Nice one. Brian Lanahan in Taipei, Taiwan writes, Giant's Causeway, without a doubt. A lot more than just a pile of rocks there. But then again, the Hill of Tara is like the soul of a nation. I can't decide, but it's one of those two. And Brian sent us 2 photographs there. There he is there standing at the Giant's Causeway. And another photograph of Brian there standing at the Hill of Tara. Thank you for the photos, Brian. Very nice. And if you've any photos to go along with your point, don't forget to attach them. Okay, or send them to us there through Facebook.
Letters to the Editor.
We're doing all of this through Facebook, and we're right here at facebook.com/Radio Irish Live. Getting on with it here, Cassie Moore writes, My fave landmark in Ireland has to be the Sugarloaf. I'm blessed every day that when I look out my window, I see it, and I see the horde of people that, for years past, years to come, enjoy the walk up there and the views of our beautiful island. Isn't that lovely there now? Tim Buckley, mine has got to be the statue of Annie Moore in Cove. It is so symbolic of Irish emigration through the ages, Annie Moore being the first registered emigrant in Ellis Island. It is also a fitting symbol, Tim writes, to remind us of the present-day hemorrhage of our young people from this country. Check out my pic of Annie Moore that I took and posted this morning, Tim says, so we can go along to his Facebook account there and have a gander. And thank you, Tim, for all of that. Very interesting, you see. Huh? Seamus Hughes, Brewin the Boyne. Straight to the point there, Seamus, and thank you very much for that. Roy G. Mootford says, Badass Cafe in Temple Bar. And it's private. Good point there, Roy. Nigel Hegarty says, landmark or whole area, question mark. It doesn't get better than Donegal. Chat all you like about Connemara or Kerry. Neither hold a candle to Donegal. Johnny Gall, thumbs up there from Nigel Hegarty. Denny McCauley says, Clew Bay, County Mayo. Seamus Hughes comes back and says, landmark, I think he said. And Paul Morrison adds, has to be Galway Bay. From Spiddle looking across at the bare rocks of the Burren, or from the Burren looking over at the beaches and the 12-pin mountains. No place better than the bay. The 12 pins, honest to goodness, don't I remember them well, the 12 pins. Thank you very much for that, Paula. Lovely to hear from you. David Spain says Dublin Airport runway. I'll say nothing about that. Megs Katie Dolan says Giant's Causeway. Lucy Lopez says, could you call Trinity College, well, the library, a landmark? I could live there. Thanks for that, Lucy. And Charlene McGill there, Errigal Mountain, Dunlewy, Donegal, and a close second, Glencolumkill, Donegal. Lovely stuff altogether, Charlene, and thanks very much for your answer. The great Peter Madison checks in with my favourite landmark in Ireland is St. James Gate Brewery in Dublin, where the world's best stout is made. But lager makes me fart. Yeah, read that one out.
Letters to the Editor.
And thanks very much for your answer. Rick Riccatelli says the well in Kildare. Bridget has always been with me. Margaret Zeiler says Dublin Airport is bittersweet. Landing means I'm where I love to be. Departing means I'm heading home. until next time. That's lovely, Margaret. Thanks very much for that. Sharon Mackey says Carrick on Shannon. Wendy L. Joins says Newgrange, the feeling of antiquity. Chris Conway says Halfpenny Bridge, the best way to cross the Liffey. Damien Murphy checks in the feckin' pub. Queeveen O'Croydoin says the Round Tower of Swords, probably because I grew up right in front of it. See? And Queeveen posts the sword's history there. Isn't that interesting? And you can check that out there by clicking on Queeveen's link. Sean Brophy says Rock of Cashel. It stands as a permanent reminder of an aspect of our history which surely defines us as a people. The Office of Public Works in Ireland deserve praise in the manner of its restoration by them and ongoing accessibility to us, the interested modern public. And we love the Rock of Cashel here on Radio Irish. And Damien Murphy comes back after his comment earlier on about the feckin' pub. Seriously, my favourite landmark is the Irish people. They have gone through some terrible times over the last 800 years. And you can read the rest of Damien's comment there right here on our Facebook account. Yes, indeedy, facebook.com/Radio Irish Live. Facebook.com/Radio Irish Live. Come along to our Radio Irish Live Facebook account. That's facebook.com/Radio Irish Live. And like us. You see, we've opened up a separate page, so please do come along. Facebook.com/Radio Irish Live. And that's where we'll be posting our Letters to the Editor question.
Letters to the Editor.
And listen, thanks very much to everybody who responded to our question there. And watch out for the next question.
Letters to the Editor.
To the editor.